Hey YouTubers, welcome back. Okay, so this is the weekly energy reading for October the 16th. So, I always do, well, before I start any reading, I always get channeled messages, okay? So, I mean, I could just do readings without cards, but you guys know I do like cards a lot. So, the thing is that the channeled message for this week is karma being dealt. Karma to be dealt. What do I mean by karma? Well, you reap what you sow, right? But there is more to it than just that. It's not just about actions that you took or things that you did, and now karma is coming back around for you or to you, however you want to put it. It's more or less your intentions, internal. Are you a good person or a bad person? I always say that because you're either internally a well, you know, being like you have good intentions, whenever you're doing something, like you're putting your heart and your soul into something, right? But when your intentions don't match up with your beliefs, which is exactly what the issue at hand is, the belief system has been programmed to believe all of these things in the way in which you've been living, right? So then you make choices based off of your belief and not off of following your heart. So then the unraveling of circumstances and situations happen that either are of a good feeling or a bad feeling. And it's normally the ones that are the bad feeling that we focus on because that's more believable, right? Because it's your belief system that's all screwed up. So it's easier to believe that you are not worthy or that you can do something, that things are perceivably hard. It's all perception. Your perception has been completely screwed with, right? So now it's understanding that by the intentions that you have been putting out, and you've been putting out good intentions because you are really going outside of yourself and really trying to work on you, not using others as your focal point, not blaming others, but really sitting back and getting to the core of your feelings and working through them so that you can change your belief system into believing in your own self and stop believing, that it's all about others and the way in which you've been living your life. Because faulty foundations are crumbling based off of your belief. They will continue to crumble and crumble and crumble if they're not built off of a heart space, if they're not built off of pure intentions. If you're entering into something, but you're entering into it because you do have passion there, but the faulty foundation is your belief is that you're doing it because you want that social status. You want to prove yourself to others. You're not proving it to your own self and doing it for you from a heart space, but you're doing it for others. That foundation will eventually crumble, even if it builds up so far. And it will happen over and over and over again because there's a lesson behind that. That's the karmic lesson. The lesson, nobody is exempt from karma because it's what you're putting out, you're getting back. So if you're putting out an intention based off of a desire, and that desire is then delivered to you, your belief will then cause that foundation to either be built on a solid or built off of fault. And if it's built off of a fault foundation because of this, it will crumble, but the desire will still be there. You'll still be wanting to have that, but your belief is you can't because it kept crumbling and crumbling. You have to figure out why it's been crumbling. And it's your belief. People want to say, oh, and somebody just commented on a post that I put under another video that I saw because it was another false flag event that happened, and I listened to the video and I was like, all right. And I just wrote out what it was because it is what it is. And it's like, don't go too far down that rabbit hole. It'll mess with your mind. It's like, you can't mess with my mind anymore. I'm too awake. I'm all the way awake. So it's easy for me to just see and hear something and figure out what the truth is because it's always in plain sight. It's always right on the surface. You don't need to go down the rabbit hole. You don't need to go down there. That's where they bring you down into that rabbit hole and put you under an illusion. If you could see it on the surface, because they do it in plain sight. They want to screw with this and get you to believe all these things. And then what happens is people try to pick apart the story, find certain people, why they do this, what, and I'm like this. They did it to grab your attention so that you focus on it, to keep you away from the truth of what's really going on behind the scenes, because there's always something else that's already in motion and planned with the people who are putting out the bad intentions. And what are those intentions? To keep you not waking up to this world stage that you have been living in. We've all been in the entertainment industry, all of us. You just didn't know it because there's different levels of it. And you're entertained by what's on the television and what's going on and listening to those who know the story and are telling you all about it, yet they're speaking in cipher and code to each other, all in plain sight, if you could just see through the bullshit. So now, this week, watch as more and more situations and circumstances unfold in this world. But for those of you who have been putting out good intentions and your foundations have been crumbling, you're now going to be given opportunities that you have been desiring that are now going to be presented to you. And it's you responsible for yourself from the I space, believing in the opportunity being brought to you and taking it and creating it from a heart space and not ever convincing yourself that it's an illusion because it's something that your heart always truly desired. That's the message for this week. So for the people who have put out malicious energies and were doing things to deceive others, their karma will be brought to be the mask to be ripped off, to show the truth to all of those they have deceived. And if somebody has deceived you or, treated you in a terrible way or anything of that nature, they're also going to be presented the same karma. What they put out, they're going to give back. And it's going to be coming to them in a way in which they're not expecting, so to speak, put it that way. They're not going to be expecting it. But they've been living in an illusion. They're not living their truth, they're living a lie. And they've been trying to run from it, not deal with it, or not speak their truth, not come out with their true feelings, because they're worried about their social standing. They're worried about it's all egotistical mind-based beliefs. Those egotistical mind-based beliefs that have continuously been causing people to choose to not live their life for them, but choose to live under the illusion because of their own fear, they're going to have circumstances and situations that unfold that are going to cause that in which their ego has been creating to be taken away from them, so to speak. Like the tables are going to turn. And when the tables turn, on the surface, and the way in which it does, it's going to seem to be an unscrupulous situation. It's going to seem to be so terrible. But the divine is intervening and doing it because you're living a lie. So they're going to wipe away what it is that you think is making you happy, but you're only doing it in order to either get validation from another person, that you could be in a karmic cycle like this. That validation is not there, it's internal. So that person will deceive them because they've been deceiving themselves in connection to another person. And the karma is just going to come back to them in the way in which they put it out. Especially in those circumstances and situations, in those relationships that never ascended, but there was that soul connection, and it's been denied over and over and over again. And the person who did the shoving off left an unscrupulous situation, or, just perceivably used another person, whether it was intentional or not. That karma is coming back to them. That's the energies unfolding for this week. They can project out even further from this week, but those are the energies as of now and unfolding. And you're going to see more and more things on a world level unfold this week also. So pay attention. I can't reveal what it is that I want to. I personally want to tell you. Internally, I'm being told, now's not the time in order to say this, but there's a deception that was part, and I'm being able to say this, there was a deception in the entertainment industry, more in the music industry, okay? That was part of a project, and it's one of the biggest deceptions here. That's going to start coming out, and I'm being told that once it starts to be revealed, then I'll be able to speak further on it, but I'm being blocked in being able to even say what it is, even though I, on a personal level, want to tell you all about it. The energies won't let me. So it may make people's stomachs turn. But all this crap, all this illusion and bullshit is coming out because it was always meant to. It was going to. But the deceivers and the evil people that exist here that have been toying on your emotions and putting you under a spell of illusion, those energies couldn't overtake the ones in which they do not understand. This world is not theirs. And they want to claim it as theirs and take over your being as theirs and control this. But it's going to start even more now. It's like the energies have so much momentum behind them. That's why it's coming out in the way in which it is. But don't allow one circumstance or situation that gets exploited to keep all of your attention, because that's what they want. Some of them are on purpose, but the ones that they do on purpose, they still feel that powerful in their delusional, but they still feel that they're that powerful that they're using that as like a scapegoat. Like, pay attention to this. Like, we use this person to exploit this stuff because something else was about to be exploited, so they did a diversion, right? They always do. But that's still coming out. They can't stop it. So just watch and see. Like, I already know what it is. I wish I could tell you. Don't ask me because I can't. It's going to get shown to you regardless, is what I'm being told. It's going to be shown. And once it does, then I'm going to be able to talk about it even more. But it's in the music industry. And it's one of the biggest deceptions of all time. And it was a project to deceive. And they've done quite a good job with it so far. And others have been uncovering things like this, but it hasn't been exploited like through the mouth. Like, it has, like, it needs to come from someone's mouth in the music industry first. Like, it has to come from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Other people, they're just looked at as like conspiracy theorists. Anybody that is a conspiracy theorist is telling you the truth, okay? They just call them that because they don't want you to know that truth. But it's going to come out of one of those people's mouths, and it's going to uncover one of the biggest deceptions in the music industry. So look for it, because it's on its way, okay? So let's get into this reading, because it's 12:12. I shit you not, it's 12:12. 12:12 right now, where I'm at, okay? So that right there, boom. I'm not lying to you. I never would. I can't lie to you. I wouldn't be able to do readings. My energies wouldn't connect. This isn't my opinion. No. It is what it is. I always say that because it's the truth. And that right there was a direct indicator. You're connected. So connected. Yes. And they won't let me tell you what it is. And that's, you know, it's like, it's not like, oh, I'm keeping a secret from you. It's I'm not the one to say it. It has to come out of a person's mouth who was involved in this project first. Then I can talk on it. That's where that, oh, you don't think that the spiritual realm and people who are readers and energy readers of this nature don't have rules and regulations? But they're not like threatening rules and regulations. It's just for the higher good of people. So it has to be, even though I know what it is, it didn't happen to me. I wasn't part of the project. I just know about it. So that's why I can't speak about it until it comes out of one of those people's mouths that they were put in as part of the project. They're like one of the rats in the lab. Now, yeah. So I can't say any more beyond that now. But I do have to pause this for 1 second. You won't even know I'm going. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Didn't even notice I was gone. So let's get into this reading. We're going to start with the Angel of Atlantis cards just to get, some overall guidance here for the reading. And then we'll go into the Romance Angel cards for additional guidance in regards to these relationships. And then I will be going into the Cartomancy to see, what specific circumstance and situation that it picks up on. So let's see here what messages we have. Listen, I can't. What was I just talking about? I told you I need cards. This is there's no bullshit on my channel. First and foremost, if you've been here for a while, and welcome, everybody, anybody's welcome here, of course. But the thing is like, for the ones who have been here for a while, you know that I don't do bullshit. I will put a video up out there and shut any asshole down, right? You know that. Because it's all about the truth. So, everything I was just talking to you about, what was it? What was it? Karma? And what is that? And how does karma come around? By what? Intention. Sandalphon. That's who it is. But intention. I told you, we don't have coincidences here. This is the energy of this reading. Intention. What are your intentions? Are you a good person or a bad person? It's a yes, I'm a good person, or no, I'm bad. And people will be uncomfortable, won't admit that to others, but internally they know their shit, okay? On the surface, they got to be someone else. Well, that mask will be removed because it was the intention that is bringing the karma. You put out good intentions and you just been dealing with bullshit because the people that you're interacting with weren't understanding why they were acting this way. It was a projection of lower level feelings being handed back and forth. But internally, under all that shit, then you've been working on yourself, that intention itself is going to be delivered to you, the karma that you deserve. Yes. I told you. We don't have coincidences here. No, we most certainly do not. So let's see here. Okay, listen. It went so far away that I have to literally... Give me 1 second. If I can get out from underneath this table. Okay. I'm back. Okay. Retreat. Disconnect yourself from the world around you. Because the world around you has been screwing with your true intentions, hasn't it? Why? Because you've been living in that illusion. Disconnect yourself from the world. It's not about what everybody else thinks you should be doing. And it's also not about how the rest of the world views you. Who cares? As long as you're living your truth, you will live in abundance. You will be abundantly rewarded, and people will wonder, how do you do it? Well, you didn't believe in me, but I believed in me, and that's the only person that needed to believe in me, and now you see the product of my internal intentions. Yes. So if you've been living in an illusion, or the other person who has shoved you off or treated you like crap, their karma is going to be dealt to them because they've been living a lie. But for those who put out those good intentions and have been really trying to get to the core of why they were treated in such a way, or, wanting to have better for themselves and starting to see and wake up to what it is that you've truly been living in, your whole life's a lie. I always say that. It's like, what if I told you that? Your whole life's been a freaking lie, and more deception's going to come out. Are you ready for it? Because it's going to happen. Yeah. It's okay. It's not your fault. It really isn't. Because it's those that their false based belief in their power. Money's power, right? Yeah. Because that money is able to pay and buy things that they need and pay people to do things for them. It doesn't work that way anymore. No, it doesn't. Sorry. And you're going to start to see that. because they're not going to be able to fight up against the light energies. The light always shines in the dark. The light always shines out the dark. No matter how dark it ever truly gets, the light will outshine it. The light will peek through. The light will come through, right? Yes, it most certainly will, okay? Because it's not more powerful. The dark energies are not more powerful. They can gain power by keeping you under an illusion, but you need to focus on you and only you, and it's about your intentions. So disconnect yourself from the world. Understand that it's you in relation to you and your good intentions and your intuition, your beliefs that need to be altered are what's guiding. I can't make this shit up. Trust. That's where you find your trust and your faith. You find your trust and your faith in your truth, in your intentions. Your intentions is the only thing you need to trust. That's it. That other person screwed with trust between the two of you. Well, now, that person either has reconciled the situation, fixed it, spoke their truth, or they didn't. But don't ever allow that to lose trust in your own self. You have to trust your own self. Trust your own feelings. The passionate feelings, those are real. Those are desires. They're just as real as the lower level ones. Those are a false base belief that are up in here attached to your emotions that need to be altered. Flip it. You know by the way in which you feel, if something feels bad, something's not right. And it's not right inside of you. Stop using that other person as the reason why. They don't hold any power over you. You are not their property. You are not an object. You are not meant to ever be viewed that way and or feel that way. Okay? But we were raised to believe that. They don't have many choices. People, they're choosing between two people. Again, you don't have many choices. You have one, and it's yourself. And if your belief is that another person is the reason why you live and breathe, well, then you're going to lose your life source eventually, because it's not about that. And if that other person knows you better than you know yourself, well, guess what? They're using you and manipulating you. Because if someone knows you better than you know your own self, that's a problem. And you're attached to that belief in itself is what's going to cause you to lose what it is that you truly believe, and it's that person who knows you better. That person will, in fact, be disconnected from your life because that's a false-based belief, and another person is not responsible for how you feel at any given time, and you will, in fact, be left with all those lower-level feelings because you were living in the belief system that another person was the reason why you live and breathe, and that person makes every day of your life better and better and better, when in fact you're the only reason why your life gets better and better and better. And who's involved in it with you are a direct reflection of your inner truth, your inner intentions. If you're holding another person as your validation to why you feel anything, you're going to lose your validation. So you have to know yourself. That's it. The other person is a mirrored reflection of that inner self. But if your belief is that that person is your power source, you're going to lose your power source. Understand? So, let's see what comes out here with the Romance Angel cards for the week of October the 16th. What did I just say? You're going to lose your power source. You're going to lose your power source. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. This means the karmic partner that went around like this and this and this, the one that you had a label attached to, the one that you've been fighting up against in order to feel good about yourself. This is the person who either energies are still connected to you that need to be released, and or this is a person in your life at this time, a karmic partner, that is going to be released from your life. Because if you're staying in a circumstance and situation because it's comfortable, yet it doesn't feel good, and you're settling, or your belief is this person needs to be doing certain things or being a certain way in order for you to feel good, this person is the one who's going to be released from your life. And or you need to clear your energies from all of the people who you've gone in karmic bouts like this with, because that energy connected from the past is what's holding you apart from your true intention. Because the intention and the desire is still there, but this thing up here has been so screwed with, and all those people who have exited your life, or the ones who keep coming back in it, but they don't stay. And I'm talking to those of you, and you know if you're in a karmic situation, or if you've met a, excuse me, if you've met a soulmate or a direct counterpart, you haven't in fact ascended to higher levels of commitments. You haven't even had a foundation to build off of yet, because the other foundations need to crumble first. Then you are getting right with yourself. Now a solid foundation can be built. But if you're still going around and around and around like this, yet you met another person who you think about all the time, or you know that you have this soulmate connection, whatever it may have you, but you're still stuck in old energies because you're afraid, you're going to have that energy source ripped from you, because it's not about that. It's not. Told you we don't have coincidences here. So let's see what else comes out for the energies this week. October 16th. Because, what was I just freaking saying? Because you have a strong magnetic connection with someone, but there's someone's energies that need to either be cleared from yours, and or the person who's still stuck in karmic energies with a karmic person, that needs to be released and cleared, and it's going to, by circumstances and situations outside of your own control. Do you understand that? Have you ever had a circumstance and situation happen in your life and it was based off of an outside circumstance that you couldn't control? Look at it that way, because that's what's going to happen. Because there's a strong magnetic connection with another person, and those energies, because you're attached, could be affecting the other person. And that's where this person needs to understand that you have to trust your own self and disconnect yourself from the world around you, retreat on those energies, and trust in your own intentions, and don't attach yourself to the energies that you could be picking up on with the person you share that magnetic connection with, because they're dealing with a karmic partnership. That doesn't have anything to do with you. You don't want anything to do with that. That person on the other flip side of it is not better than you in any way, shape, or form. That person was easy to be with. Do you understand that? That person is easy to be with. You're a challenge. They weren't up for the challenge when it was presented to them, but they desired you. And they have been ever since. But their self-esteem, their belief system, they're not trusting in what they're true. They're not trusting in their truth because they're worried about what everybody else thinks, or worried about, family members or friends or things of that nature. Yet, the desire was presented to them. Yes. So now they have to rise to the challenge. And outside circumstances and situations are going to intervene. The energies have already gained the momentum to do so. Yes. So let's see. Any more messages? Because your feelings are real and worth exploring. This just landed on top of chemistry. Because your feelings are real with the person you have this strong magnetic connection with. The feelings lie with this person, not with the karmic partnership. And that's a well-known thing on an internal level, but it's perceived differently on the surface. Which I said, what? You could be picking up on that person's feelings because you're in separation from the person who you wish and desire to be with. So you could energetically close your freaking eyes. None of this shit's real. I love saying that because I'm like, it really isn't if you think about it. Close your eyes. If you couldn't ever see where you were, like, you know, that's why I always say blind people could be some of the luckiest people to exist here because they don't have to see all this shit. They only hear it, you know, but they can't see anything. They can't see all this shit around you that validates you, right? Like your house and what type of car you drive and how much money's in your bank account. Like they can't even see any of those things to even know that they really even truly exist. Because you're a freaking feeling being, okay? So feel yourself around. Your feelings are what you can't deny, right? And you're in separation from this person because you got that strong magnetic connection there. That can't be denied. No, it most certainly cannot. But this also indicates that there's going to be a separation. There's going to be separation. There is going to be circumstances and situations that happen that are going to cause these separations to finally happen for the last time. Karmic partnerships that got back together 2 or 3 times, 3 or 4 times, separation, ending, right? The marriage you've been stuck in, you're 1 foot out the door, yet something keeps pulling you back in, which is emotional manipulation or money or ego. You're about to be out the door the whole way. Yes. Because you want to be anyway, or you wouldn't even have 1 foot out the door, and or you wouldn't even have went outside the marriage itself. The marriage contract is nothing more than a piece of paper that bounds you by society. Your feelings are what keeps you connected to the person you desire. If you desired the person in which you have this contractual agreement with, contract, con, what's con mean? Deception. Come on. You're contracted in with a person by society that you're not happy with. You met another person or a person resurfaced in your life that you never had a relationship with in society on the surface, but internally you have never lost that connection. Yes. You're already 1 foot out the door. You're about to be the whole way out because you're not happy there and you know it. I can't make this up. Because you're about to be separated from this karmic partnership. This past life karmic partnership is about to separate. There's a releasing here because you're also in separation from the person you desire to be with because of a past life karmic relationship. And you also, in fact, could be at a distance from the person who you have this connection with, but you're dealing with a past life karmic partnership that is about to separate. I told you, we don't have coincidences here. So the person who you share this strong magnetic connection with, right, is at a distance, and there's healing family issues that need to take place. So indicating here that the person, there's going to have to be separation here, and there is going to, in fact, need to be family issues that are going to have to be healed from if you are, in fact, dealing with a family, whether it be, you know, you're moving away from your family in order to be with the person you share the chemistry with, so you're going to have to heal family issues because your family issues could be what's keeping you stuck based off of your beliefs, keeping you stuck and not happy, so you're going to have to heal from those feelings and stop fearing what others' beliefs are because your happiness is the only thing that matters here. Your love and light. Can't fear all of that is all false-based beliefs, all coming from the past, all surfacing in order to do what? In order to clear it. Yes. So you may need to move away from a family or move away from, you know, your past life that you've been living in presently, keeping you stuck. Yes. And you already know this internally. Both do. Yes, both already know this on an internal level, but you've been in denial of it because of your fears. So let's see if there is any more messages. And we got, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. You, in fact, the person that you share this connection with that's at a distance, it's based off of old energies that have kept you not moving forward with the person you desired that came into your life, and you went back into old, comfortable energies that don't feel good. Yes. Because you needed to learn in the safety of love. You're now learning that this is the energies that are going to be presented by the karma being dealt this week. So if you're the person who did the shoving off, that person, or you're the person dealing with that person who shoved you off, and this person's dealing with a karmic partnership or marriage, get ready to see the shift, because something is going to present itself, because there isn't safety there in love, because they don't feel it within themselves worthy enough, but they can't cut the cord of the connection with you, who they desire, because they're living in a false sense of reality by not following their heart, but they're doing it for social standing and others' beliefs. This is now going to be energetically handled from outside circumstances and situations based off of true intention. Okay? So let's see if we have any more messages before I go into the cards fancy. Very soon. Wow. Very soon. The control issues that people have been not allowing to let go of are, in fact, going to be let go for them, because there's a new pathway here. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings, because the person who stirred the feelings is the person who you are, in fact, not with. You're back with an old energy. That old energy has been what's controlling the connection between you and the direct counterpart or the soulmate. Understand that this energy is being taken care of, because there's a codependency here. Addictions are affecting your love life. Yes. Codependent partnerships, lower level energies. You know, it could be anything on a low vibration that is keeping you feeling stuck and apart from the person who you called into your life. And you call this person into your life based off of a desire, but then when the desire presented itself, your unworthiness caused it to separate. You're in separation from each other in order to understand this on a deeper level. If you've been holding on to old energies, old partnerships, the energies have gained enough momentum behind them that now synchronization of those energies are going to cause a release of any sort of karmic partnerships. You know, it doesn't matter if it's romantic or not. It could just be your family holding you apart, you know, anything of that nature. Those energies are going to cause circumstances and situations to arise to release you from this grip, okay? Because the law of attraction, what does it say? You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. You attracted this person into your life, right? But there was a need here to deepen the bond. But you didn't do this. This did not happen because of the codependent energies that was blocking what you in fact attracted into your life. And now this energy is being removed, whether the person is doing it themselves or not. They're just going to be handed a karmic lesson because the other person is going to be disconnected from them. If they, in fact, your direct counterpart, soulmate, whoever, they're dealing with another circumstance, situation, person, doesn't matter. Whether or not they choose to leave that person or not, it's going to happen, whether it's their personal choice or the other person, or a deception surfaces that that person's been cheating on them with multiple people. You know, it could be a situation within a family. There could be money being laundered from that person and they don't even know it. It could be a business partnership, anything of that nature. All of that crumble into the freaking ground because the foundation's already faulty and needs to be destroyed so that a solid foundation can be built based off of the person attracted into your life that you desired at the time in which it came. But the karmic lessons needed to be learned throughout the separation, and enough time has passed. in the spiritual realm, okay? Because time here is bullshit. It's bullshit, it's bullshit, it's bullshit. You're just existing, okay? And there's been enough existing time here for you to wake up. And if that other person's still holding on to old energies and old belief systems, but yet internally know that it doesn't feel good, but they're just going along with the system, that in which has been created around them is going to have basically like a monkey wrench thrown into it to push them out of that energy. Because they're going to be left with nothing of which they recognize. But their feelings are all they're going to be left with. The hurt ones and the ones that they can't get out of their internal space, which is the cord of the person who they shared these feelings with that were real. And there was just, I felt like something just flew by me, but I don't know. I just wanted to say that because I'm like, that wasn't like anything that, I know I talk with my hands, but that wasn't part of it. I didn't want you to think I have Tourette's or anything. Whether it's fine if you do, you know. But, you know, revealing your innermost selves did not happen because of fear. Yes. So now you are going to be freed so that you can take back control of your life, freeing yourself, clearing your energies. Because this person you called into your life, it's now time to express yourself and have trust and faith in the unfolding, because it was about learning to love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, and now efforts are going to be made. Whether or not it's by personal choice or by the circumstances and situations that unfold that are going to cause this. I can't express that enough. I've already witnessed it for myself, so I know that it happens. And you'll be like, I don't understand why this is happening. Why is this happening? I now don't even question it. I go, happening for a reason. Yeah. Because once the lesson's learned, that circumstance, situation, or anything of that nature doesn't happen again. No, it doesn't. It won't happen again because those energies and those feelings internally aren't there to be triggered anymore, that need to be released in order to learn from. You'll now be living in a space of your truth. And then you'll be able to see through any unscrupulous situation or any person who tries to enter onto your path, who in fact could be someone trying to wreak havoc in your life. You'll be able to see right freaking through it, that you won't even allow it to affect you. You'll be like, oh, that's nice. I do it all the time. I'm like, oh, that's okay. Sure. Yeah. Before I would be like, you know, completely different about it. Wondering why, you know, upset, crying, like, why don't you believe in me? Or why don't you? Oh, because of this, that, and the third. Well, if I would have never listened to him, I would have followed my heart. Who knows what would have been at the end of that path or on that path. But instead, I went down a different path based off of pleasing others. Well, guess what? The divine intervened, circumstances, situations outside of my control, because I was headed down the wrong path. They were like, listen, lady, wrong freaking way. You're not listening. Still not listening to your intuition. Still not following your heart. You're afraid. You're worried about others. Oh, guess what? Well, we're just going to take everything away from you outside of your control. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. It was literally things that I could not control, which is others. You can't control others, right? But what I was doing based on my own intentions and what I was doing for myself, I was in fact making the path, yes, but it wasn't the correct one because I was doing it based off of a false belief and I was trying to please others. Even though it eventually would have crumbled on my own because I would have lost my passion for it, but I needed to get onto the path that I was being guided to in order to wake the hell up all the way. Yeah. So that's what's about to happen. There's going to be an intervention here because the energies already have that momentum behind them. Trust and believe. So, let's see. And we'll use the rest for clarifiers if need be. Three of Hearts. But now, look, there's only one heart in the upright because third-party interferences, third-party interferences, lost deception, that's ending. Being freed, there's going to be a separation. I can't make this up. Endings, complete endings. Reconciliation, communication, work it out. Truth coming out. Unrequited love, complete endings. This is amazing, guys. Ooh, 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 are you ready for it? I can't tell you how I do this. I can't teach it because it's not. I could tell you what my interpretation of the cards are, but I'm an intuitive, so I read beyond the cards. The cards just are in a placement for me to follow the circumstance or situation that it's picking up on for you guys, okay? But are you ready for this? Are you so ready? I can't. I'm like so excited right now. The last two what did I say about divine intervention? What did I say? What did I say? It's going to happen this week. The energies have built enough momentum. By what? A divine what? Intervention? Divine? The last two cards out. The Ace of Clubs and the Ace of Hearts in the freaking upright because there was a start of a romance of the soul. But there's a home environment situation that has been affecting somebody's financial stability. Yes? But this person that you have this divine connection with, there was an unfortunate circumstance and situation that happened with this person, but they weren't open and completely honest with you about the truth. And the truth is something surrounding their finances and a third-party interference, which could have been a karmic partnership that they still didn't get over, that they could have gotten back into. And this is legal documents pertaining to the home, meaning divorce papers. You know, it could be mortgage papers. It could be inheritance. It could be anything of that nature. But these papers are going to be handled this week because this is indicating a start of a romance of the soul. And what's next to, I'm so sorry, what's next to the Ace of Hearts on the grid is this is complete endings to have brand new beginnings, moving to a new home, legal documents pertaining to the home, in order to get to the person who you started the romance of the soul with. Double aces, back to back. In the way in which I interpret the cards and my, understanding, and it's different for everybody, okay? Understand. This indicates a divine intervention. That's why I got so excited. Last two cards out on the grid, by no coincidence whatsoever, because we don't have any here, is a divine twist of fate because you started a romance of the soul, but there's a circumstance and situation in your life, everybody's is different, that has been screwing with your money. But you had an unfortunate circumstance and situation happen with the person you started a romance of the soul with, and it's based off of truth not yet being revealed to you in relation to the feelings being mutual. The feelings are mutual. But there's a separation here based off of lost deception, third-party interferences, and now there's going to be financial freedom, and there's a separation that has taken place between you and this person you're connected with on a soul level. And it happened, but there were finances involved. There was an issue in circumstances surrounding financial stability. Whether or not it was exposed to you or not, that's the underlying reason. The underlying reason is not about the feelings. That's what's real. That's what's real. That's what's not the illusion. You can feel it, but because you can't see the person in your space, because this person hasn't returned, because this person has shoved you off, because you can't see it in 3D, but you can't not stop the feeling, doesn't mean the feelings weren't real. It was a egotistical mind-based belief based off of bullshit in society that caused decisions to be made and the separation because of finances and or a third party, karmic, and that's why there's been lack of communication between the two of you. And this third party that could in fact have deceived you and your soul partner is a fire sign. Understand, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, whether it's masculine or feminine, caused you and the soulmate to be in lack of communication. Now there's careful planning. They're not pushing things because they want future success with you, who they are in fact in lack of communication with, but the jealous, possessive energy around you is an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and you're feeling fenced in and sick and tired of the situation with this person, if they're still in your life or not, and they're screwing with your financial stability, you could in fact have a child, and or there's a child involved, or there's loving messages that want to be communicated to you. There's these passionate feelings and a mutual feelings that you share with somebody that there was a complete ending with, but there's a third party interference that could have been an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that caused deception. They lied. They could have lied on you to your soulmate. They could have caused a false sense of reality, like you guys were together, or they told this person to stay away from you. There's just some sort of lies with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, okay? It's surrounding them. They caused an unhealthy situation still appear to be unhealthy, whether or not it has been exposed to you or not, okay? But understand, divine is intervening because there's a complete ending happening within a home environment because you started a romance of the soul and you're not with the person you started the romance of the soul. And this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person could in fact have feelings for you, but they're unrequited, meaning unrequited love is lack of love itself, but it's meaning you don't have a soulmate connection with this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. This Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person is jealous and possessive over you because they could be a person who always tried to get with you and you didn't want to get with them. They know who your soulmate is, and they could have in fact caused lack of communication between the two of you because your soulmate could have in fact reached out to this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person because they are of a mutual knowing, and this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person could have lied and deceived them and caused communication between the two of you not to go through because your soulmate could have been in fear of contacting you, so they went to an outside source in order to come into communication with you, but they deceived your soulmate. Yes. But what it's showing me here, check it. The person who you in fact have the soul connection with has a plan put into place in order to bring loving messages to you, and they want to reconcile with you in order to work this out. Because they do in fact share these passionate mutual feelings with you, but there's a legal home environment situation that is causing the block. It's not you and the feelings, it's something financial, okay? But that financial stability is on its way. Why? Because the divine is intervening, because this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person who could in fact be trying to get with you, but you have a soulmate connection with someone else, and you may know this or you may not know this. The thing is that you may know that this person has always had a crush on you, but you're not attracted to them on a surface level, but you don't have a soulmate connection with this person. But this person always tried to get with you or wish to be with you, but this person doesn't understand that you and them don't have a connection. They could be trying to manipulate, and they communicated or deceived and caused lack of communication between you and the person you started a soulmate connection with, okay? But there were outside and other circumstances and situations that caused you guys to separate. It wasn't this person. This person caused further lack of communication between you and the soulmate. Understand? Because this person could have been reached out to by the lover of your soul in order to communicate with you, and they deceived and caused further lack of communication. But there's going to be a reconciliation in order to work this out, and there's unrequited love feelings the lack of love of self, and the complete ending in order to have a brand new beginning and moving to a new home, because this person you're dealing with could in fact be at a distance, which is why they're trying to communicate with you, but there's somebody that was blocking the communication. This deception is going to be revealed. The truth is going to come out because they are more or less butthurt, but they are trying to hold soulmates apart. So this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy is the only energy here, but this is the reason why. The divine did not, in fact, put the soulmate connections in this grid in order to not confuse. Understand? They just want you to know this circumstance and situation, if it is in fact connecting to you, is that this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, whether it's masculine or feminine, and this is their sun sign only. Sun sign only. This person is the person who is the deceiver between you and the lover of your soul. You'll understand who it is. This person could be deceiving you financially. This person could be jealous over you. This person could have tried to get together with you. You denied them because you don't have feelings for them. You are in separation from the person who you do, in fact, share mutual feelings with. And the divine is indicating here that this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy that was the deceiver, there is going to be a complete ending to that deception because there's a divine intervention that's happening. And they are giving you, through unfortunate events that have happened and circumstances and situations, a new solid foundation to build on. Because by no coincidence whatsoever, what is back to back on the grid is the Four of Spades and the Four of Diamonds. This is a faulty foundation, unhealthy situation, and this is gaining stability. That is what is in fact about to happen. Because the separation was due to the faulty foundation, and the negative emotions and the unfortunate events was the result. But that is a complete ending, brand new beginning, and now there's stability entering, and that stability is entering by the divine's intervention. We have coincidences here. No, we most certainly do not. The bottom of the deck, you have financial independence. There's going to be healing, steady improvements, happy surprises, and a second chance to redo what has in fact not been able to be done. And there's victory and a brand new beginning and a new phase of life, wiping the MFing slate clean. You got your healing, happy surprises, your independence, and your victory, leading you to a brand new freaking beginning. We don't have coincidences here. No, we most certainly do not in the way in which the cards come out. So this is the energies for this week. By the intentions that you put out, that is the karma that will be given to you. So if you've been deceived, the truth is coming out, and the divine is intervening in order to deal out the cards in which they deserve to be. You reap what you sow. That's it. I don't know what else to tell you. So, if you need me, love from above, 717@gmail.com. If you, in fact, ordered a reading from me, expect it today. I will be working on the mid-monthlies. I've just been really busy with all kinds of shit. So, it's on its way if you ordered one. And if you need one, you can email me there, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible and get you all the information. Okay? I love you. Bye.